Carl Silbersky, BIM Objects CEO.
Great. All right. Whoa. Maybe a little bit run through here quickly. Welcome to BIM Live 2020. And welcome to Malmö, those of you who are here, and all of you who are watching live via this video, via streams. You're also welcome. The majority is online in these times. We're streaming this whole event, so you can follow it whenever you want to, wherever you want to. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am Carl, and I'm the CEO of BIM Object. I actually grew up a couple of cornfields south of here, and it's a pleasure to welcome you all to my hometown if you're from kind of far away. But I've spent a large part of my life scaling and building technology companies. I was the CEO of a company called Polar Rose. We developed image recognition technology, and most of you will interact with that technology if you have an iPhone today. It's the thing that unlocks your phone. And it's also the frame you get when you try to take a picture of a person. It's a yellow square around the face. That company got acquired by Apple. Long story. But I found myself in 2018 speaking to EQT Ventures, speaking about the construction industry. And we spoke about why is it the least digitalized industry in the world, of all the industries. And that led me to think a lot about this company, and I got introduced to this company by them, and also about the whole thing about what can this company be? What can we do? And I, like most of you people, am want to be at the company where it can make an impact. A company that can change the world, something that we can make the world maybe better. And I think I found it here in BIM Objects. But we live in a world of constant change. And this is working great. We live in a world of constant change. We bring more people out of poverty than ever before. Some people say that we will bring 3 billion people out of poverty over the next 20 or 30 years. And a lot of them will join the large, fast-growing middle class. The middle class of people will be 5 billion people by 2050. We are changing the world ongoing. For that, we need to build differently, and we need to behave in different ways. We don't have endless of resources on this planet. But a large part of us will live in megacities, and it's estimated about 65% of the population will live in megacities by 2050. That means that we will have a new blueprint of how we build these cities. But also, when building, we as an industry are going to impact the world. 40% of the solid waste and carbon dioxide in the world comes from our building industry. Let me repeat that. 40% of the building construction waste and carbon dioxide is caused by the building industry. We have a massive responsibility. And that feeds well into the theme I think we put together here at BIM Object for this BIM Live this year. Sustainability through digitalization and digitalisation. We live in a world where sustainability has gone from being something nice to do to a must do. We are living in a world where we're seeing that we need to do more. We need to affect people, and I think you're going to hear from a great speakers here coming onto this stage after me, who's going to speak about these topics. And you're going to hear from some of our kick-ass great product developers speaking about what we are bringing out from BIM Object in order to improve the sustainability situation. Products that will improve you as manufacturers on our platform. But looking at what we can do as a company, I want to spend a little bit of time around what can we really do as a business and as a company at BIMobject. So I looked at that and I pulled out the Sustainability Development Goals from United Nations. This was put together by some amazing people here. And they put together 17 development goals until 2030 that we need to work on. The question is, how does BIMobject map against this? What are we doing to have an impact on these goals? And we look at it and we take number 3, good health and well-being. Well, how do we work with that? In order to have good health and well-being, you need to start building hospitals around the world. You need to take care of good health. You need to build clinics. We can have an impact in that. Our platform needs to grow that section much bigger. We need to have more hospitals, more product components on there, sustainable. Quality education, people need schools to go to. They need affordable schools to be able to go to. Gender equality, always. We can do more. Our industry is definitely not gender equal. We are working on it. Everybody should be working on it. Clean water and sanitation, an area where we today are pretty big at BIMobject. Our platform has a vast amount on it, but we can do more. We should be bigger on that side. Affordable and clean energy. Well, in houses has massive amount of surface, we should add solar panels on them. Solar energy. We haven't developed that area. We need to grow that area. Industry innovation and infrastructure. How do we bring up new products and new building materials, and how do we make sure that architects and engineers are aware about them? We need to grow that. You're going to hear from our employees, some people are going to talk about how you can use our platform as innovation. You can test out things on our platform. Sustainable cities and communities, and it's not about just building them, it's about operating them. BIM has a huge impact in there. How are we going to operate all these buildings being built in a sustainable way? Responsible consumption production, always. We work with that. And I think everybody's working with that. Every company is working with that. It's important. And finally, climate action. We as individuals, and that's number 13. We as individuals, we need to take action now. This is what we need to be working with. We need to take action and we need to vote with our wallets. And as a manufacturer or as a BIM object, we can use our power we have to affect that. We think as a company that we can have an impact here, a massive impact. And as we grow our platform, it becomes even more relevant. And today we have 420 million, to date we have 420 million views. That means that people come to our platform as architects and engineers to read up and understand a product. 420 million times that has happened. 52 million times they download an object and put it into construction. So what we are doing is that we are digitalizing when we're digitalizing our product catalog, we are having an impact. We are providing our architects and engineers with the tools so they can go and read up on this. But let me just repeat that. 420 million times has architects and engineers come to our platform to read up on products that's on there. 52 million times they've downloaded it. That is the massive impact we're having. And we think even longer about it, like I would view, maybe I should review BIMobject as a huge exhibition. On the exhibition, there is 1,700 brands, but there is also 1.7 million architects and engineers. And with our exhibition, it's even better because it's open 24/7. You can come to our platform 24/7, 365 days a year. And in the times of maybe the times we live in right now, with constant climate change, you don't need to fly into this place. You don't need to build a whole exhibition monter that's going to maybe cost you millions and tear it down 3 days later. It's open for everyone. You don't need to, if you can't afford to come, no problem. it's open, it's here. And I was just reflecting on this in times of coronavirus and all that. I mean, the theme we have going right now, sustainability, digitization and digitalization, it could never be more relevant than it is just today. With those opening words, I would just like to say thank you very much for coming and warm welcome here. All right.